Hey everyone, Urban Nerd back again with another video. It only took about an hour to figure out my hardware acceleration was messing up my codec with my video editing software Premiere and pretty much corrupted my last intro, which was golden. So let's try this again. So I figured I don't really know that much about React Native, and what better way to learn than to try to teach others. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So this video is pretty much just going to be setting up the project and downloading everything. So what we're going to need is Node.js and Android Studio. We're going to need Chocolatey, according to React Native's website, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So let's start with Node.js. You can either get the long-term support or the current. I will be working with the current. And for Android Studio, it's you can pretty much only download one. I guess you could download previous ones, but I'll just be working with the latest one. Now, all the links in the description, but a simple Google search will also pull up the same results, up to you. So go ahead and install Node.js, and during the installation, you'll notice a screen that looks exactly like this. It'll say automatically install necessary tools, and you will also be installing Chocolatey. You can check this and it'll run scripts that install everything you need as far as the build tools, Chocolatey. If you already have Node.js installed and don't have Chocolatey, then we'll go over that later. So install Node.js, and if that was your first time, Chocolatey will take a little bit. And in the meantime, also download and install Android Studio. Now this will take a little bit longer. It has to install the Android SDK and set up everything. So you're pretty much just gonna watch this install. So go ahead, pause the video, and we'll get right back into it right after that's done. So getting back into Node.js, once everything's tidied up, we can type in our command prompt or PowerShell node-v, and we'll get the version, depending on if you went with the long-term support or the current. And then just make sure we have the node package manager, npm v, and there we go. For those people that did not install Chocolatey or do not know if they have Chocolatey installed, you can type in choco-v, and I have it installed, so version came up. But if you do not, you can go to the other link in the description for Chocolatey. You'll simply copy this and paste it into your command prompt. Now they also have one for PowerShell as well, so it'll be a little bit different, but it's very straightforward, and then you'll just hit enter on that and it'll install it. This will also take a little bit of time, but then once again you could type in choco-v and the version should pop up for you. Also, another thing, in the instructions you'll want to run as administrator. So now we're going to jump into Android Studio. You should be greeted by a screen that kind of looks like this. Actually, it should look exactly like this, just nothing on the left. And we're going to start a new project. It can be empty. We're not really doing much with this. Name it anything. Test. Looks good to me. We're going to finish. So now we are inside of the project, but this is not the project we're going to be working on. We just need this window open so we can get up here to the AVD manager, the Android device manager. So we're going to need to create a new virtual device, or you can use one that's pre-existing. And we're going to go through the steps. I'll be using a device that's running Android Q. Any of these other ones you'll have to download the operating system. You can go ahead and name it something else. And I do not like the device frame. And we're going to go ahead and click finish. Then to start your Android device, we're going to click this play button and let it load up. If you're having problems starting your Android virtual device, there are different troubleshooting steps to go through, such as installing HaxM, making sure that your hardware virtualization is enabled inside your BIOS, and for me, disabling Hyper-V and the Windows Hypervisor platform also helped. These will be listed inside the features, the Windows features. You can get to this by hitting the Windows key and typing in features, and that should pull up this window. We now have a testing device. I'm just using my other emulator main device. So now let's create our first React Native app. I'll pretty much just be using the website. So I will be on the web page, getting started, and the React Native CLI quick start. So here we are back in our command prompt, and we're going to take this first line to install all the chocolatey goodness that we're going to use with the React Native, paste that in there, and smash the enter button. Now once again, this will take a little bit, and mine is already installed. So we're going to go ahead and skip to the next step, so feel free to pause the video. Next, we're going to take their npm install global React Native CLI, paste that in, and also hit the enter key on that and let it install. So now the CLI is installed and we are ready to create or initialize our first application. I opened up another command prompt and I navigated to where I keep my projects. We're going to type in React -native space init, and this is where we're going to type in our project name. So I'm just going to type in hello world. And this will create the project where we will be working in. So our project is initialized, we have our Android device running, and we can see down here for Android, we're going to type in cd hello world. We're going to do this one thing at a time, and then React-native run-android. Alright, well my build was successful after creating a new project, because anytime I create a project named hello world, it seems to always mess up. So I created definitely not hello world. You'll notice it opened up a Node.js command prompt as well, but we have our app running in our Android emulator. So that's going to be it for this video. Tune in for the next one where we start editing the app, making different changes. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Also leave a like and any comments, and I'll see you in the next one.